Today I've got Poundland haul. I'm trying to get this up as quick as I can. It might be the day after actually that I'm sort of sharing these pieces, just in case you can actually pick up some of the bargains as well. I've always keep saying this, I really wish I got more of one certain item than another. This is not, well, it is sort of my regular go-to Poundland. I would put it, I think, second on my list. It's not the closest one to me, but we just happen to be in that area. So I thought I would include these. Like I said, everything was on sale, and decoration of getting the prices wrong. I believe everything was at least half price, if not more. So if I don't mention it and I just give you the price, that probably means that it was double that price. So I've done them in sort of categories. Now the first one, I liked these when I've seen them previously. These were down to £1.25, so I think they were £2.50 each originally. And it's these, you know me in gold, especially for my cubby. They're the A4 sort of wallets with the clip and everything, and they only had the two. So I probably would have emptied the basket because I think these are nice. If you know, I've got those like paper racks, like a brassy goldy sort of colour, burnt gold, would you call it? I might be swapping a few little things around on my desk, but I thought these would be nice, you know, with different projects in, stood actually in the you know, the paper holder thing, rather than having things actually on show. If I could have got more, I would have these, but they only had the two. I picked the last two. I roached all behind, but there was no more behind, and these were the only two left in the stand-up box. So I'm glad I picked those up. Still glad that I got them. And as I said, that's nice to prop up at the side of my desk with projects in. I know I keep mentioning I got different size envelopes like these and wallets and things that I keep my projects in. So they were £1.25 each. Right, I'll do my pound stuff next because I think all these items were £2 each, but I paid £1. Now a lot of things I've got are not actually for me. I probably will point it out, probably looking around. There's only a couple of items that are mine. Everything else is to give away or to keep up for Christmas. Next Christmas, that is. So this is what I've got for my friend. She likes silver. And this is the tea light holder in silver. I just think that's really good. It's got the thing at the bottom to put your, like, your tea light in and things like that. I think this is really nice because you can do a lot of things with it. It doesn't necessarily have to just be for your night light or whatever. You could even poke in foliage so it's coming out of the windows and things like that, or put that in the center of your table and put pieces around it, or put it on a tray with things around it. A lot of different things like that. So that was £1. So that's all for me. This I'm keeping up. I think there's nothing saying that this is Christmas. Again, I think this was £2 originally, £1. And it's one of those spin things, but this is the sour spinner of sweets. Now, that doesn't scream Christmas, so I might even keep that up for Easter basket. I do tend to do Easter baskets. Like this, I've got, this is probably for me. It's these three gnomes. These were £1. I think they might have been £2 originally, or £2.50. These are the small gnomes. Again, they don't really scream Christmas. If you remember, I've got my Gonk collection that I leave out all year round. I have done, and I did add one to that segment. But I've got these little like peg things under my little shelving, and I thought these would be nice hooked over there, and I might leave these out all through January because to me that doesn't really actually scream totally Christmas, but you know, sort of the winter months. So that was £1. That one is actually for me. This one is for my in-laws. I'm not sure if it's what they were looking. We noticed, or my son noticed when we went for Christmas dinner, that they got no star or anything on their top of their tree. Turns out they haven't. She's done it in silver and gold, and I think there was white. So I know it's rustic, but what I could see is some nice battery operated lights possibly on there as well. That was £1. I don't know if that was £2 or £2.50. But if she doesn't want it, I like the rustic look. I've already got a rustic star that didn't come down this year, but for £1 I thought that was brilliant. They did have a set and I nearly bought it. I think it was half price, £2 or £2.50. But it had all silver baubles and a silver star, but I think this looks better quality, and that was £1. Now I'm going on to my 75p items, and I would say maybe these were £1.50, £2 each. And for next Christmas, 75p, and where I could, because you know I don't wear my glasses, that I should do, everything's well in date. There's only one item which I'll point out that I wasn't sure of the date on. This is January actually 2026, and it's the luxury Christmas pudding. So I got that in ready for next year. I didn't get my Christmas pudding for this year due to the fact we weren't home for Christmas dinner. Biscuits, they were 75p, and they're July for next year. Not that they will last that long. It's always nice to have some nice specialised biscuits in. These are the Foxes ones in case we have visitors in, and it's got a longer date, even though I don't think they'll last that long. Now I really wish I'd managed to get another pair, but at the time I could only get 3 pairs of socks. Now these were in the sale, and they're called mismatch socks. They're all the same. I've got 3 pairs here, but what I liked about them that showed me was the pumpkins, and I thought these would be really good for autumn time, even September, October, November next year. Got the pumpkins. What it is, it's mismatched socks, which it says. So one's got the pumpkins on, and the other one's got like pumpkins. It's got what does that say? Pumpkin season and pie. So that's the same. So you can't really tell because they're the same colours, but I got 3 pairs because I'm not one for mismatched socks. So originally I picked up the 2 pairs so I could match up and have the same pairs, if that makes sense. I got a third one just on the off chance of going to another Poundland and they've got another pair just in case the person I give them to doesn't like odd socks. Quite a few members of my family, actually the younger generation dare I say, do tend to wear odd socks because they don't tend to match them up. But there you go, my eldest son is one of them. But 2 pairs were originally for me so I can match them up. So yes, they are mine. That's one thing I did. And I got a spare pair that if I can get another lot, if not, it doesn't really matter. So they were 75p each, which I thought they were really, really good. Failing that, I don't think it really matters. I could even put them or get some more Halloween buckets, although they're not actually Halloween socks as such. I'd say they're more autumn, but because I've got the pumpkins on, all in good. So I've got 3 pairs of those and they were 75p each. So oh yeah, and the last item, which I can't tell you what the date is at the moment because again I've got glasses. I can unseal it. It's got tape there, or I can undo the little catch there. Is this, and this was 75p. I don't know if this was £1.50 or £2 or something like that, but this was 75p. And to tell you the truth, even if the marshmallows and the hot chocolate haven't got a long enough date on for next Christmas, I think it's 75p. It's just worth it because I've got a Christmas mug for my granddaughter for next year. I will open it up, but I was trying to work out what the date was on the hot chocolate and that, and I think I might have to open it up if because that's sort of like tie, call it one of those plastic ties, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to actually, in a second, I don't think it's a bit tight for me to actually take that off. But usually I buy these sort of things, like I did the biscuits, the Christmas pudding, everything like that has got quite a lengthy date on. So yeah, so there's that. Even 75p for the mug, even if we use the hot chocolates now and the marshmallows. So I need to try and get in to see if I can find out the date. If it comes to it, I can still put some other cellophane on it, or make a little Christmas basket or whatever, if you know what I mean. But I need to actually, like I said, try and open it up. I don't think it says on there. It might do. Maybe I ought to get my glasses or my magnifying glass to see if I can find out what the date is on the marshmallows and hot chocolate. So it's 3: mug, marshmallows and drinking chocolate. I would say possibly this was the most expensive single item. This was £1.50. I think it was £3.50. I only paid £1.50. It's the ceramic travel mug and muffs. I just thought that's a nice gift to replenish some of my gifts. That I know some of the stockings my family have are quite big, so that would be quite useful and roomy either as a single gift or in a stocking, things like that. So I've got that, and very soft and everything. So I thought that was really good. I only saw the one. There was a lot of oddments, and I presume this is not cracked or anything. I did purchase one thing last year. It wasn't until I got it home that I found out it was chipped. I put it straight in the bin because it was one of those mugs. I had them again this year on sale, mug with a lid, but both the mug and the lid was actually chipped. If it had just been the lid, it wouldn't have been a problem because I could just use the mug, but it didn't work, so I just had to dump it. I think I only paid £1 or £1.25 for it, but I'm hoping if I get a chance and finances allow me to, I might nip back in to see if I can get some last minute pieces. So that was £1.50, and that makes a nice little gift, whether it's for a relative, friend, or even a neighbour. And failing that, you could actually even fill it up with sweets if I wanted to take it actually out of the packaging. Right, so I've done my 75p, £1.50 and £1, and I've done those. So it's my 50p items now. So I'm going to try and reach over. Some of these things I thought were 50p, others I thought might have been 25p, but I think they were 50p. So I'm going to just slot these all over so I don't have to keep reaching behind me. And as I said, most of these things are to give to other people, and a few little bits like the biscuits and the Christmas pudding, obviously I'm keeping those up. Right, this is something I didn't give this year. I didn't have any anyway. It's the weekly planner. These were reduced down to 50p. Well, some were 50p and some were £1. The pink sort of leopardy one was 50p. I like to give these away, and because it doesn't scream Christmas, it's another thing I can put in an Easter bag or Easter basket or bucket. I keep saying that normally Home Bargains is cheaper for colouring books, sticker books and things like this, but I did get 4 items here. I got 2 colouring books, and these are quite thick ones. These were down to 50p each. Just an ordinary sort of colouring book. So I've got 2 different ones like these, because I could always have one over Christmas here and she'd take one home. I like to put one in a Christmas Eve box. So what I would do is, although I've known to got my Christmas Eve box back from her home sort of summertime, like July time or whatever, and then normally it gets wrapped up and put in my loft. Didn't this year because I got it back really late, so I had near enough whole wardrobe just for gifts. So what I might do to save a bit of time on the other end, and so I can keep a track, although I put it all in my book, what I might do when I get her Christmas Eve box back, I might start dumping things like this in, whether it's for a stocking or for her Christmas Eve box, so I know everything's corralled in one place. So I've got 2 of those at 50p each. Again, if you've got kiddos, grandkids or something for that age, go and pick these things up now. I'd always done this, even for my kids. So these are, one's 28, funny enough, one's 28, one's 24. That surprises me. Easy to tear off Christmas placemats activity. and one has got more than others. I don't know if they're different. They are different. One happened, so I didn't notice that. I just picked them up because it had two different ones. One's got 28 sheets, one is 24 sheets. These are the, like I said, the activity placemats. I've actually given these to the adults to do as well. When I've had my dinner party, you can, and this is a really ideal time to keep your kiddos, grandkids sort of happy. I have, not that we go out to a restaurant that close to Christmas, but sometimes if it's in the December month in the past, I've took something like this with me, so my granddaughter's got something to do. I know for a fact someone's asked me, where did you get them from? Are they giving, because you know restaurants used to, I don't know if they still do, give things like this, and I've actually given sheets away before when I've done it, even if it's not exactly Christmas, it's something else. I gave them away, and it's got so many different activities and everything to do. So for 50p, you know, if you can slip that in your bag or whatever, or take it in with some crayons or pencils or something, ideal to keep the kiddos happy. So I've got two of those, again 50p each. Maybe a little bit crude in the paintwork and everything, whether I would actually paint a couple of little bits better, but I just think this is kind of sweet. I've got a larger one, not a really big one, that I got reasonable. I think the other one I got from Flying Tiger a few years ago. North Pole post box, it's got that. I think I would rather have that painted more, but it's supposed to show as snow, and that's quite rough. But again, snow, I quite like that idea, and have something coming out, or have it like that, and sort of things coming out like a decor piece rather than, you know, hang it on the tree. But this was 50p. I had no end of these. I'm beginning to think maybe, again, I should have got some more, but I kind of like that. The only thing, I don't mind this so much, but I think I'd rather have that either, you know, sort of painted a better white, but it's not a problem. You know me, my houses, these don't necessarily have to be kept for Christmas. I bought those black and white ones that I got from B&M. These were 50p each. I suppose they were originally £1. And I quite like these. And I got two. I had thought about getting some more. With these, it's not actually, I don't think there's nothing, oh, there is something at the bottom. This could make a nice decoration, especially with all my other houses I've got. And I made some, I decorated some as well, if you remember. I got from plain wood from the works. These I can see you poking through the sort of battery operated lights, and I could have all the different trees in a line and things like that. So they were 50p each. This I'm probably giving away. This is some ribbon with Santa, and it's blue. So not a lot I can say about that. It's 3 meters. I could only see this one. I don't know if there was any, and I only picked up the one. Now this is one item I thought was a 25p one, but it's come up as 50p. I don't think I've got this one, but I didn't put my little set out on my little shelves. It's supposed to be a spice rack in my kitchen, but you know, I put decor on it. I couldn't remember if I got this one, but each year I bought some. I bought a little house that obviously I didn't actually use this year because I didn't put my little village up on my little shelves, but I think you remember if you're following me. So I've got the little sort of post box type thing. Is it? Yeah, it is post box, and it's from Little Christmas World. So I say I don't think I've got that one. I always keep looking out because I've actually bought 2 items this year, and I've gradually grown it and grown it. So eventually I want all my little shelves full of these pieces. So these are well in date. I've got 2 lots. I think they were originally £1 each. I'm sure they were. They're 73 grams. I've got them for 50p, and they're September 2025. So these will be okay if I can hide them in my Christmas stuff until next year. And it's the banknotes. I didn't see the coins at the time, which is what I prefer, especially after I bought all those little mini like treasure chests from Temu this Christmas. So yeah, so I've got the notes there, and they were 50p each. And I've got 2 lots of these. I guess these were £1 each originally, down to 50p. I think they're so sweet. So things like this I try and get in 2 packs. So I've got the 6 for £1, so I didn't think that was too bad. Was the polar bears, and this is an item that I'm actually giving away to a friend. So that's those. So I think that concludes this haul. Oh, one more item. Just seeing it because I put it threaded. I didn't want to get broken. Is this thing? This is something else I really wish I bought another one of, or a couple, because I like things in 3s, 50p, and it has got the hole, although it's not got any things so it would light up. But I do like my deer, and I like anything white except for my lounge, because that's where I'm branching off white and black and grey and things like that. But again, it could also go nicely with the little houses if I wanted to make a little sort of you know, tablescape or something. But I think this is one item I definitely would like to get some more of. You just have to, I was in there ages because I was checking things like this, that they weren't broken before I picked them up. But yeah, and I think, to tell you the truth, the whole lot, I like the socks. I think I like this the most. Yeah. Again, that could be through the winter time, can be through the whole of January and things like that. Because to me, because it's not Christmas colours, I could get away with that. I nearly picked up 2 of the large, felt deers. They had them in the red and the green, like a velvety type thing. They put those down to £1. The only trouble is, everyone I looked at had it looked a little bare or worn, if you know what I mean. But then again, I think, you know, especially if you have them high up. I used to always have, I don't know if it was the 2 different ones in the red, the burgundy red and the green in my bathroom. But again, that's another place that I didn't really decorate. The main room was the lounge and just a few little bits. As you could probably see, I've got my lights on. It's quite nice if I'm happen to be reading. Got those little lights on, and my other ones, because I'll probably keep those up for some time, because although I bought them I think after last Christmas from Dunelm, as I previously year ago or 2 years ago I bought the other set from Dunelm, but I do like them. So yeah, and they don't get knocked over there, so that's okay. So that is one of my favourite, I think, items of the whole lot. Yeah, only a few items for myself. Everything else I think of other people in my mind, or I try and think out the box of what I can do with pieces or how I can present them, things like that. I do make a certain amount of notes in a notebook where I actually list all my gifts down for that following year, or next Christmas and things like that. Any ideas I have that I want to sort of do the following year. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.